morning, everyone. Welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios. And I don't really have a plan today, I'll be honest. I just know that I needed to get in here and talk to you guys for a little bit. It's been a while, and it's about to be a while again. So I thought while I'm trying to get some things organized in here would be a good time for me to come in and just chat, see what's going on. I have a whole pile of stuff over here that I need to work on and get organized. I have so many projects I want to work on. Excuse me, it is early. I have coffee, hoping it will kick me in. Now I have this that I eventually want to work on. This is the journal from Melissa, or Michelle from the, art journal. So I have this already packaged up and ready to go. I have the stuff down here beside me in 2 or 3 different containers from the gathering at Big Mama's. I have this envelope of the stuff that I'm working on from Yvonne Preston's challenge in her Facebook group. So while I have things kind of organized, I still have a ways to go. And I have everything over here on a table beside me that just kind of got left in the lurch. I have music paper scraps, and I'm going to show you how I store my scraps here in just a minute. Is one of the reasons I'm working on this. These were from, I think these were from Inette's maybe? Yeah, these were from Inette's challenge. And I have her book that I did. And I could go through and do something with this. So I'm going to leave all of Inette's stuff here in a pile, and it's its own thing. I'm going to push it up to the side, and everything is put over here to the left of me. Now I have this parchment paper, and I have all kinds of parchment paper. I'm going to make some noise here a little bit, but I'm just going to fold that in half, and I will put that with the rest of my parchment papers. And I can see that I've had a mouse crawling across my paper in here. I cannot catch that little turkey. I've been putting a sticky mat down where I know where he's traveling, and I'm not getting him. Now this was the calendar that I used in one of those journals, and I'm not going to keep these pieces. I have to draw the line somewhere. I just have to. So we will put those in the garbage, but I am going to keep these because these are a page size quality and they give me an automatic tuck. So I'm going to keep those. And when I was cutting stuff out from that calendar, I found a couple of quotes that I liked. Autumn is a second spring when every leaf is a flower. I love that. And I love this purple. So that's going to go in my colored scrap. This I'll put with words and sayings. How do you store your words and sayings, or do you just wait till you need them and then cut them out? Now I am going to pitch this. Should have brought my trash can over with me instead of just piling them here. Now this is a whole part of that Boys Town catalog, or calendar, and I love this. I could cut this out and save this. So I think what I'm going to do is, if it came from this calendar, I'm going to stack it as it is. And I may just use it as it is. See, let's save that one for a journal all on its own. But one of the reasons I'm trying to get things organized here is Bob leaves Thursday. Now see, this one I got the quote on top, and I don't need the rest of this. But Bob leaves Thursday, and I'm going to have about 6 days that I'm diving hard back into the studio again. So there's not going to be any videos coming up because I want to work solid on this office. I think I can really make a dent. Let me grab my big trash can really quick so I can quit piling stuff over here. Okay, this will make this so much easier. I can just drop the trash in the trash can. instead of piling it on my work surface. So I have 3 main areas to work on for the 6 days he's gone. Number 1 is I want to get the paint shelf back in order. I have everything is pulled out in a box or out of the shelves and sitting in boxes around the studio because I need to resort them. I'm going to keep this because sometimes if I'm showing a stitching, this diagram is already done for me. So I'm going to hang on to that as it is. Let's see. This is for the Ladies of Steampunk planner that goes with Michelle, or yeah, with Michelle's. So this goes with hers. And it's the printing diagram of what we put together. And I don't know if I can make it fit in past the ephemera that I already have in that pocket, but we're going to try and make it work. You know what? We don't need all this extra paper in here, so let's get rid of it, and it will let this fold up easier. So, but anyway, I have all of my paints and inks pulled out, and they're sitting in boxes on the floor my way. And it was another one of those projects. I don't know about you, but it seems like every time I start a project, I get a hiccup, and then it's weeks, or in my case, in some instances, even months before I get back to the project. And then it's like starting all over again. And it's really difficult to work with. So I'm hoping to get some things finished up that I'm not having to basically start over. I know what I have to work with. I know where they're going. As when it came to the paint stuff, I'd pulled everything off the shelves. I knew where my glass shelves, I thought I knew where my glass shelves were at, didn't realize they had gotten moved. And I went looking for my glass shelves and I couldn't find them. So all my paint stuff was left sitting in the middle of my floor. Now I have these. Really don't want to do anything with those. I like this one. So I'm going to keep that back cover. You know, yeah, I think I'm going to keep this back cover. And I don't think I need the rest. I like that sunflower. I kind of like that. So I'll keep those. I'll put them over here and they'll go with my gardening stuff. So like I said, I found the glass shelves. Well, Bob found the glass shelves for me because he knew where they were, where he'd moved them to. And then I couldn't find the bowl that has the clips in it. So I'm like, great, now I don't have the clips to put the shelves in place. So I had to go looking. I'm going to take this one out and let those staples pop out. And then I can store these right side up like that. This calendar from Boys Town has some beautiful images in it. So now I have, and this one I want to keep for the lines. I like that for the lines. In fact, I don't want to put it with those. So now I have everything that I need to do the shelves. I just have not gotten to doing the shelves. So I think that is going to be my first thing that I want to get done. And I knew this wouldn't take long. I just had to get together and gather it all up. I love this. Now I'm going to lose my quote, but I love this top part. So I'm just going to cut that top part off and keep that. I love that hummingbird. So that's one of the projects I need to get done, is get all my paints and inks put up where they go. And I will, for the thumbnail for this video, you will have seen the shelf that's going to go. So then when I get it done, you can see the difference between the two. I will use that as part of my thumbnail for this video. So you can see where I started with the paints, because that's going to be my first project. Okay, then I have the rest of this to go with this. And I'll put these in, as I have these things, excuse me, from this kits, such as Inette's and the calendar pages These I will probably put up in the box of calendar stuff, but I'll stick these pieces specifically in a page protector first. And then these I'll stick in my images file. And at some point you'll get to see what the images file looks like. Right now it needs some help. And then this one and this one. And I'm going to have to see if I can move this table. These were things that I used in Ninette's journal. And so I'm going to put those back with the rest of that stuff. Not Ninette's journal, but the stuff that the rest of my rub-ons. There we go. But I'm going to see if I can turn this to where I can get to. Yep, there's more papers on the floor. Okay. I'm going to have to stand up to do this one because I need the table out of my way so I can show you how I do this. Let's get these calendar pieces and cardstock pieces, scrap papers. I'll have that one, and this one we don't need. I'm getting really good at it, just needs to get pitched. Okay. I have one of these cube units, and I asked this great, isn't the best of shots, but I have everything filed in here using these envelopes from Dollar Tree. Now this is all my colored papers, so I can take and put this piece in here in the scraps. And they'll take care of that one. This one I have some torn packing tape paper. And this one, miscellaneous papers, art type papers. And I'd love to stand them up, but I have to lay them down a little bit for them to fit. I keep a pattern envelope over here. I really need to use another one of those envelopes from Dollar Tree to put those in. I have an envelope that I have all of my map pieces in. This one houses all of my typewriting book scraps. And then there's this one with all my musical pieces. Now this one is a single pocket. Some of them had a bigger pocket and then they have an outer pocket. And I'm just going to go ahead and put these away. And they'll be in here. And see, I've got... I even have a little bag in here that has torn pieces that I can use for collage. So I have those. And, let's see, my maps, typewriting papers. Okay, this one has art and magazine papers in it, so this will be a good place to put these. So I'll have those in here. I got the idea for these little pocket stuff. I want to say from Shabby Dabby Doodah, I believe. Okay, then I have this one, and I'm not sure what this is. Oh, this is all miscellaneous papers. And I think I had started this one before I did the other one, but I'm going to leave them in there. And then I have colored strips, and this is one of those bigger bags that I have just stuffed by color in here. So I don't have a big thing of colors envelopes over here. I have pieces. Now this is some of my, excuse me, tissue and rice papers. So the only thing I don't have in here is the calendars, and they're going to go up top. This one, I am going to set this one, just set it in the bag, because it's a journaling page. And then everything fits in that box. And I have the cube labeled. If you've not seen these, let me do it this way. If you've not seen these are label tags that clip right onto the front of your cube storage. And I got them at Dollar Tree. They came 3 to a pack. And I believe they were hanging on one of the end tags. Excuse me. It is early. I haven't been getting up early for quite some time. I decided if I was going to get anything done in here when Bob's home, I've got to get my behind out of bed in the morning and get stuff done. So that's what I did. So I have that cube there. All my collage scraps are handy and contained in one tub. Now I also have a shelf over here where I have my miscellaneous books, and I still have some stuff to do over here on the table to my right, but we're getting there. I need to figure out the best way to store my sayings. So I'm going to leave those right there for now, so I'll think about that. And that's going to kind of bring you up to where I'm at. I just wanted to pop in today and do a little chat and let you know that I've not forgotten about you. I just really can't craft in the disaster that I have right now. And I've been trying to get some things done, but I want to get back on schedule. But I am going to spend the rest of this week trying to get organized and get some stuff going that I might need Bob's help with before he leaves on Thursday. And then Thursday, I'm going dark again on social media and spending my days strictly working in the office. My grandgirls will be here the end of July. I'm gone the first week of June. I have a conference the end of June. I have a conference the middle of July before the girls get here. And so those are all going to take up space that I have to take care of. So I have to take the time now. So if you're like me and you have stuff that you need to get organized in your room, don't feel guilty about taking time away from your social media. Get it done, and then you can come back and play with the rest of us. In the meantime, I hope you will please like, subscribe, and share my video out to encourage others to do the same. And creative blessings.